Our brains help us interpret the environment, recognize everyone and everything, learn new knowledge, and ironically, we really don't know how much of our brains work. This is why psychology feels intriguing and thought-provoking to many. The term psychology has been derived from the Greek word psyche, translating as a breath, spirit, soul, and a logia that corresponds to a study of. Individuals who have a deep sense of guilt are better at identifying the emotions and concerns of the people around them. When people are asked to recall items from a list, they are most likely to think of things from the very end or from the very beginning. When people perceive certain freedoms being taken away, they not only break that rule, but they break even more than they otherwise would have in an effort to regain their freedom. This could be one of the best psychology facts to explain why a teenager who can't use his phone in class will chew gum while stealthily sending a text. Being lonely is bad for our health. Researchers found that the fewer friends a person has, the higher levels of the blood-clotting protein fibrinogen. The effect was so strong that having 15 friends instead of 25 was just as bad as smoking. When you feel like you're low on something like money, you obsess over it. Psychologists have found that the brain is sensitive to scarcity, the feeling that you're missing something you need. Your mind rewrites monotonous speeches of boring people to make it sound interesting. Sex strengthens bonds. Sexual acts, when done right, help strengthen both physical and mental connections with a partner. More than half of people questioned in one survey said a stronger emotional bond was the biggest benefit of sex. We will always find a problem. Ever wonder why when one problem resolves, another one takes its place? It's not that the world is against you, but your brain might be, in a sense. Shy people tell others very little about themselves, but they do it in quite a manner that makes other individuals believe they know them better than they actually think they do. Stress can be good for us. Contrary to popular belief, stress is not always a bad thing. Actually, it can be good for you. Psychologists have long observed that stress helps you accomplish tasks more efficiently and can motivate you to reach your goals. Some women believe that a big penis will ruin their vaginas. However, the vaginal canal is a muscle and does not permanently stretch from having accommodated a large penis or toy. The vagina is incredibly resilient and bounces back quickly. Also, the shape and size of the labia are unique to each woman and are not indicative of her sexual status or history. Some emotions are universal. No matter where you are in the world, people will recognize if you make a sad, happy, disgusted, fearful, surprised or angry face. Due to this, these emotions are called universal emotions, and they are known across cultures and at a very young age. Listening to classical music is good for your memory. Do you want to perform better at learning something? It might be time to open your classical music folder, as listening to classical music was found to enhance even older people's memory performance. Experiences make us happier than material gifts. If you want to give the perfect present, remember that psychological research suggests that purchasing experiences has a more lasting positive effect on people's happiness than material objects, and looking back, people will also believe to have spent their money more wisely. Proper sleeping hours improve our memory significantly. Do you want to remember something? Give yourself a good night's sleep. According to a study, fresh memories stick better if we have a well-deserved rest after studying them. Hooking up can lead to marriage. You might think that hooking up and settling down are mutually exclusive, but it turns out that 1/3 of married couples were originally a hookup. Sex is a great addition to your regular workout. You've probably heard that sex is a great form of exercise, and then heard that fact debunked. Okay, so you won't be shedding any serious weight on a fitness routine of sex alone, but Canadian researchers found that the level of intensity during sex was practically 2/3 that of exercise. We value things that were made by us disproportionately. We value things more if we were involved in their creation, and people also see their creations, even if they are very amateurish, as similar in value to experts' creations. Although these facts are interesting, fun, and tell us a lot about human nature, never forget that most of them were described after conducting research with small numbers of specific populations. But it is a fact that they provide a wonderful way to raise questions and to start digging into the wonderful and weird world of psychological research, and in the end completely change how you see the world.